Hi guys, so in today's tutorial we're actually going to try to achieve this UI that we have here, and in order to achieve it, in the previous video we actually picked out resources that we're going to be needing for this particular course. So we already have every UI element we need, so colors, icons and all. So now what we want to do is to actually achieve this UI, and I've already gone ahead to create a stateful widget, and this is the stateful widget, and essentially all it just has is just this scaffold. So, and I've named it authentication screen. So this authentication screen, and if you check our main.dat, the home is actually set to authentication screen. So essentially if you run this app now, we should actually just see white canvas with nothing. So I think we should just start building. So I think the first thing we need to do is to get the body, and it's going to be a column because it has more than one widget within it. So it's going to be a column, and we have children. So the first thing we have is the Facebook text. So we're going to have text, a text widget that actually takes in Facebook as a parameter. Then we get text style, we get the style and the text style, and the text style is going to have a color of light blue. It's also going to have a font size of 20, and it's also going to have a font weight. We're going to have a font weight of 800, so W800. And we also need to pad this, and why we need to pad it is because if I run it now, you should just see Facebook is up there. Okay, another thing we need to actually do is to give a sized box, so that we actually push it down a bit, so it's as it's high up there, we just give it a height of, we say something like 75, and if we run this now, it brings it down. So you see it's actually too close to the edge of the phone screen, so we're just going to pad it. So we're going to add the padding. So we have 20. So that's it. We have this now. So I think the very next thing we need to do is to add the very next text, which is connect with friends. So connect with friends and stay safe. So I think what we just need to do is just copy this, because it looks almost alike, just with a different color. Paste this here, and we change this color to black. So okay, we can't copy that text, so I just change this to connect with friends and stay safe. So connect with friends and stay safe, and that'll be it. So we have our UI looking like this, and this is not actually nice. And what I'm saying is not nice is because it's not looking the way the UI is. So there's a way to fix this. So we just go to the column, and there's a parameter called cross-axis alignment, and we're going to just change the cross-axis alignment to start, and essentially to just pull everything to the left. So we have everything looking like this now. So I think between Facebook and connect with friends, there should be a bit of space. So I'm going to add a bit of space in between both of them. So just see, and I'm going to paste this here. So now we have a space of 10. So we're going to run this. So there's that space. I know you'll be wondering why our text is on one line here and not looking like what's on the UI. So there are two reasons to this. This actually has a font, and the font, if you look here, is Avenir, and we're not actually using that font, so it's also going to be a contributing factor to why ours is looking like this. But I don't think it should matter that much. When it comes to fonts, you could actually like do research on how to add fonts. There's one way to add fonts, which is using the Google Fonts library from the pop.dev, or you could actually like add your own custom fonts to your app, which you can also check how to do from the Flutter documentation. So I'm not bothering much about the fonts and all. I'm just trying to achieve this particular UI that we have with what we currently have here that Flutter is providing to us. So yeah, the next thing I need to do is to add more space. So I'm going to add space. I'm going to make this 30, and why I'm adding this space is because the very next thing I want to do is the text form field. And in the text form field, we're just going to do a decoration. Yeah, that's what the text form field will actually like take a decoration, and we're going to call it, is actually the argument you're actually passing it is called the input decoration. So input decoration, we're going to give it a hint text. Hint text is going to be email address. You are going to have hint style. Hint style also takes the same argument as text. So hint style takes the same argument with text. It's just text style too. So text style. And we're just going to give it a color of light gray. Okay, there's it, light gray. So I think that's settled. I don't think there's more to it. So I have this. Okay, we need to also pass in a controller. Yes, so a controller. And we're just going to go up here and we're going to just quickly create what this controller will be having. So text editing controller. Sorry. Text editing controller. One is going to be email controller. Email controller. And the other is going to be password controller. Password controller. So we're just going to pass this. This is going to be the email controller. And I think this is it. So we're just going to grab this again and paste it because we need to have the password field. So grab this. You grab all of this and you paste it down here, and this is going to be the password controller. This is also going to be the password. Then we're also going to have something called the obscure text, and we're going to set it to true so that if you put in your password is not displayed on the UI as plain text. And if I run this, you should have two text fields now. So the text fields are actually like looking expanded, like they are to the edge of the screen, so we are just going to pad them. So padding, I'm going to make this symmetric. I'm also going to make this horizontal 20, because we're also going to do this. So that will be it. It's looking better now. Then the next thing we have is the text. This text here that has the terms and conditions. Essentially, it's just a rich text, and I happen to have it sitting around here somewhere. So this is it here. I'm just going to grab it from here to here. That's it. So yeah, I'm just going to paste it right here and uncomment it. 2 so that it can actually like work. So that will be it. I think if I run this now, we should have it there, but it's too close, so I'm just going to give it its own space and give it sized box. Of height. Height is going to be 15, and I'm just going to add a comma here to fix this error. Okay, not size box but sized box. So there we go, we have that space. The last thing we want to add is the buttons, so the 2 buttons, and I need to just add this now that I've already gone ahead to actually like create a widget, a custom widget for my own buttons. So in case you see me write something like this, I already created it. So there's something called a button already available. Now currently the button should not be doing anything, but it takes the text widget, and the text widget is actually going to be what should be inside the text. Oh, okay. So we have sign in. Very next thing should be color. So we're going to have text color, which is going to be, I'm just going to call this colors.white, because apparently we didn't actually add white to our colors. Then the next thing is going to be button color, and it's going to be colors, it's just going to be light blue. It also takes a height, and the height should be, I think 50 would be nice, and the width would be, let's say 70. So if I save this and run it, yeah, so we have this button here, but it's looking all cranked up, so I'm just going to increase the size of this button to 100 and see if it looks better. Okay, we're not getting anywhere with this, so I just need to make this 70. I'm going to make this 150. That's double their sizes. So excuse me, I need to change something here. I need to make this a bit rounder, so I'm going to make this 50. Yes, it's looking better now. It looks more like the one we're actually seeing in the design. So the next thing is to give it its own space, so sized box. Give it a height of 20. The next thing is to give this a main axis alignment, and I'm going to give it a main axis as alignment of space between. And what this does essentially, so I'm going to remove this for now. Oh wait, format this document, and I'll comment this line out, then I'm going to just bring down this button again. So since we need 2 buttons, we have login and register, so button, add a comma, we have register, this is register, takes a button color of dark blue, and I've saved it. So you see the buttons are just together, so if I uncomment this, save and I run it again, you see it's separated. So another thing I need to do is to actually add a padding, symmetric as usual, and make it horizontal, and I'm going to just make it 20. So this is it. I feel this button, the register button, should be a bit bigger, so I'm going to make it like 240. Let's see. Okay, it's way too, oh, not 1240. This is too much, so let's say 200. Alright, this is better. So essentially, if you look at it now, our buttons are looking alike with almost every feature that we have on this current screen. So I think this video is getting too long, so in the very next video we're actually going to look at adding Firebase logic to this, so that we can actually like be able to click on this and sign in, click on this and click on this and sign in, click on this and register. So I'm going to see you guys in the very next video.